In yesterday's video, I started out saying there was a lot on my mind. Here's some of the stuff that's on my mind. Number one, my weather station says it's warming up. It's a beautiful day. We'll go up here. Something got into the bird feeder again, and I'm going to get my, what do you call it out? Trail cam and see what it is. See, it pulled down one of those suet feeders. And it takes quite a bit. It also, you can see this is all ajar, but it's not broke. I thought it was broke, which is a good thing. So something's climbing up here and it's big enough to do a lot of damage. It's knocked a lot of corn seed. I got a feeling it's a deer. I really think it's a deer. But I don't know how that one there was up here, so it had to be on its back legs. You know, I'll look for some deer tracks, but I don't see a single deer track. And this is muddy enough, it would certainly show them. Anyhow, that's on my mind. The mouse traps are a little bit on my mind. I have 2 mouse traps in here, and I'll show you. I think I've showed you that before. This is a fresh hickory nut, okay? That wasn't there before. I have 2 mouse traps in here because there's always mice in here. I can't get this off with one hand. I'm going to set you on the top for a second. No mouse in the traps. Can you see where they've pulled the insulation off? Can you see the nutshells down in there? Can you see there's a mouse trap there? Haven't caught a mouse. I'm still sitting on 38. That's another thing. I'm gonna set you back. I'm gonna put this thing back on. Sorry about that. That's just kind of the way it is today. Oh, and then you tipped over. All right, but that's not the big thing on my mind today. I'll go in and show you what the big thing on my mind today is. My hot water heater is starting to leak. And so we looked it up. We bought it in 2004. Probably got it at Home Depot. I have no idea, or Lowe's, or maybe Ferguson's local plumbing place. I have no idea where we acquired it at. Going through to the floor. Those are on my mind too. I got to get working back on them. The temperature's finally getting up to where we can work on them. It's a little dark in here. You're in the cave. Here's the whole thing. I've put all this crap in. Here's what it is. I don't know if you can see the corrosion down there. Well, I keep brown paper towels on everything. So if I had the brown paper towel wrapped up on there and put it down in there, can you see the end? That's wet. That means it's weeping. And that's the dielectric coupler right there that's leaking. And I really think that I might be able to take that out and fix it. Well, that's the hot side. Yeah, that's where you get. But this is the cold side. It's got leaked too, if you can get down in there. And these are the towels I had wrapped down there. I'll tell you, if you want to find a leak, if you have a brown paper towels, they will find a leak. Can you see the discoloration on the end? That's moisture. Now, it might be moisture coming over here, but you can also see a little bit of rust there. There's some kind of discoloration there, which probably shouldn't be, but I don't want to interrupt too much stuff. There is no water underground. It really doesn't make any difference if it lets loose, because when I built the house, I put a drain right there. Anyhow, that's what's really on my mind. We've been calling different plumbing places, and they all want basically $1,000 to install that. That's a lot of money. You know, and I realize things are going up, things are going up, things are going up. So you figure you got 2 guys for, say, 2 hours, probably average, at $100 an hour, or at $100 an hour, that's $400. I really don't see somebody paying them. I don't know. That's probably what the company charges, probably not what those people get. So maybe they charge more than that. Then they have to pay for their truck and their insurance and their workman's comp and all that kind of stuff, and it adds up to about $1,000. Actually, it's a little bit more than that. And we called, I think, 3 different places just to kind of see what's going on. And so I installed that hot water heater back in 2004, I think it was. the hot water heater I installed before that, I don't remember the name on it. It didn't last but maybe 4 years, maybe, because the first one lasted 10, then 14, I don't know. And they came out, the company that I bought the hot water heater from, they had people that came out and covered it under warranty 2 times, and it kept breaking. And then one day I smelled something burning, and I went down and that thing was smoking. And I just unplugged it, and I think that's when we went up to Home Depot and got that. I've also talked to Ferguson's, big plumbing supply here, and Nolan's is another big plumbing supply. The hot water heater that's in there is a good GE. I was going to say Goodyear. G's, got my G's mixed up. Anyhow, so that's really heavy on my mind, and a lot of other things, you know, what I want to get done. Today, what I want to get done, I guess this might be the promotion for today or for tomorrow. I don't know when this is going, and I don't know how I'm doing videos anymore. Anyhow, I did end up getting that load of wood up here to the house from the crash. And so I want to get that in. I was watching Russ at Willie's Firewood. And because I checked the moisture meter on that maple, and that stuff was in the ozone later, but it sounded crisp and he's thinking maybe the frost was on it because it might have been frozen, might have created more moisture, which I'm going to go up there and try to split one of those today. But I want to get that in here so I can start using that. Oh, I haven't fed the water heater. Yeah, and they're not hot water heaters. If I said hot water heater, they're actually water heaters. If you get what I mean on that. I gotta see, I haven't put one in it since yesterday. That was the other load I brought up. Anyhow, that's just some of the stuff. My brain is working in about 1,000,000 different directions, and when you got such a little brain and not a street map for it to go down, it's a problem. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Hi guys, I told you I checked this wood. This piece of wood here, I just split it. I just split this one in half right here. And this thing is reading, hold, in the very, very center. You can't see it. You're going to have to take my word for it. 19. 18. Push it in as hard. 18. Let's see. That's 15, 16, 17, 18. Now here's another meter. And this thing has got to be on 3. And this one here is reading 18, right on the money. They're on the same. But this is one of those that has several settings on it. So if you have it on setting 1, okay, I'm on setting 2. 1, 2, that's setting 4. What will it read then? 22. But what I did is this one's got the cap on it. I guess you're in there. This one's got the cap, so right here, I'll see if I can get where you guys can see it. This cap here on the lower side, I can't read it because it's too dark in here. 35 on number 1, okay? Here it's supposed to be 19 then. And you see it's at 13, so if you put it up to where oak is, but why does it matter? Okay, 1, 2, 3, that's where it says for oak, okay, which is what I'm testing. Because 19.5, exactly where it's supposed to. This moisture meter doesn't care what it's got. You put it on there and you can't read it, but it's right at 19. So anyhow, I think you're still in there, maybe not. This round wood was a piece that I found in that bobcat out there that was that maple. So this is plenty dry. Plenty dry, and that was a big piece. That's almost probably, well, here's a, I can't see what you see. But when I put this on there, now this wood rings good. And it rings good on this. This is a piece of that white oak. Okay? But when you put this moisture meter in it, right there, it goes off the scale. I don't know if you can see that. This one here on the oak setting, but on this one you're probably supposed to have it on a different setting. Okay? 59, 58. So I want to open this up and see what this will do, and I want to open this one up. So, it ain't frosted. But it sounded good. Let's see what the inside on this one here. We're sitting 46. 46, so it's drier on the inside than the outside. See what this one says in here. I can't see it. 40, 39. See what this one reads. But I might be on the wrong setting on that. Because okay, that one, 40, 44. That's why I like this one. I guess you couldn't see that. I don't know what you can see anymore. Alright, we're going to split this and see what we got here. This is one of those white oaks. It's just the first one I grabbed. Tough white oak. I wonder if there's a knot in it. Sometimes you need a little bit more. And I check the moisture and kind of keep an eye on this stuff a little bit. Not real. I still can't get it apart. Man. Well, I got a problem now, guys. I've run out of... Oh, it got something down in there, a knot or something. I don't know what it is. This piece here is smoother. Let's see what the inside of this thing's reading. 13, I think. Let me hit the hold. No, 18. No, 15, 16, 17. I don't know if you can read that or not. Let's see what this one, now this one's got to be on stage 3. I think it's got a hold button, but I'm not sure which one it is. Alright, it's on 3. That's reading 18. I think that might be a hold button there. Yeah, 18. But you have to have the number on 3. And on the back I wrote which different kinds of wood take different numbers. So anyhow, something that was interesting. This pretty high stuff, even though it sounds good. It sounded better when you're... Got a little bit of a solid sound to it. See what it does when I hit this oak. About the same. Anyhow, it cracked good out in the woods yesterday. I don't know if you heard that. Anyhow, it's just something that I'm procrastinating on so I don't have to go do what I'm supposed to be doing. Bye-bye. Well, I want to get another basket of wood, so I'm going to come over and start working on this mess. Got to get it up. And I don't know if there's a whole basket here of down wood or not, but there's, ouch, briars. Quite a bit. So that's, we'll bring it back in a little bit. I'll probably start cutting it up and go refuel. Oh, daggone briars. There's briars everywhere on this property. Anyhow, that's what I'm at. I'll bring you back for a little bit of it. Bye-bye. Well, I guess, welcome back. I guess we're just cutting this stuff up so you guys can watch. I do have my moisture meter with me. This piece here is at 16, so it's good and dry. Still only 21, 22. That's still pretty good, guys. I'm all right with that. So I'll cut a couple more pieces off that. I guess while I'm here in this area, I'll cut some more off of this. That's, yeah, it feels nice and light, I'll tell you what. We'll cut some off of this one here, check the moisture on it. It's got a little more nasty to it, I think. Oh well. Let's see what we got here. Woo. 20 even. Got some more ready to go boiler wood. I'll cut a little bit, then hide you guys. Well, you don't need to sit here and watch me cut up wood. That ain't the most exciting thing in the world. You probably didn't see what I was just cutting up. You might have caught it. Good dry wood there. Oh, I only got 5 minutes into this. I got a lot of cut up real quick time. But I'm gonna go back and cut some more and bring it back a little bit. We'll see ya. Well, I haven't gotten much further. Here, I ran out of gas, so I cut a little bit and then came down here and started eyeballing this thing. So I'm gonna cut this one down there at the stump, cut it here, okay, and it's 8 foot 6 inches in that chunk there, and that little bit's pretty straight. Now it looks like I got a pretty good straight shot this way. I haven't looked underneath to see that. You won't know the bow until you get it down. So I'm cut it here, and here it's 6 foot in diameter, so divide that by 3, that's about 2 foot in diameter, nice sized log. And then up here, we're at 14 foot to here, and here it's 5.5 feet in diameter. But when I cut this chunk out, it's going to take off like a rocket that way. That's all there is to it. So I think when I cut this, man, you don't know how steep this is. Once again, I'm on a cliff here, like cliff. You can't really grasp how high up that is. I guess if you put it like that, you could see about how high it is. That way it really doesn't look bad. That's looking up at the building. Anyhow, everything's on the cliff. So this is a red oak. It's worth looking at to see if there's a good saw log in it, but it's been dead for probably 4 years. Anyhow, that's my plans on this. I haven't quite plan on how I'm gonna cut it and let it go down the hill. Whether I'm gonna be up here, I can get in. Once I get that limb cut up and some more of this garbage cut up, I can come down here with a bobcat and put a winch on it. Would probably be the wisest thing. So I'm on the high side of it, but I've never known to do anything wise. Here I can just have a chain on it, and once I get it down there in that bottom area there where the creek is over there, that's pretty flat. That's level enough. So I just got to get it down there. So that's the plan, or a plan. But as I go up and gas the little chainsaw up, handy little saw, handy little saw. I might be thinking about it a little bit more, so we'll be back in a little bit. I hope, plan on it. Anyway, bye. Well, welcome back, friends. After a dead battery and this and that and sidetracked, I had to do a couple other jobs and stuff like that. Here we are, and just about sundown, and we're starting to load some wood. Never got my whole project done, which is pretty typical. Is all I wanted to do was get one basket load of wood in today. But that's the way it is. I'll live. So, there we go. We're going to be putting wood in there. And the first ones are kind of a pain in the neck to put in there. Especially if they're too long for the basket. I have to find some short ones here. Come on, get in here. Ain't nothing fast here, guys. But this is some nice dry wood. And I'm hoping that I can run the rest of the month out with this not real good wood. I guess I cut a lot of these a little bit longer than I thought, so they ain't fitting in real good. And I got a lot here. I might have 2 baskets of wood here. Tired of stacking, but you get more in when you stack it. But that's the way it is. So I'm gonna sit here and stack till I'm wore out, go in and eat dinner. And I'm kind of hoping after dinner that I'll work on the sanding some of those pallets. This is all in the way. Man. And there's a bunch over here too. Airplane's coming in, keep an eye on me again. I hit that one, you guys are gonna fall over. And to show you kind of what I got, I'll take you off I'll get this up here. And I got all this down there. This is bigger and it's got a little bit higher moisture content than I want. I didn't check that one. This one's a little bit big too. I got a lot of wood here. Those scoped out pretty dry, so I might put them in, but I'll back out here and then come down here and come in for that. There's one I forgot to cut, so I'll have to do that. So anyhow, I'll bring you back maybe when I got that thing full or something. I'm not sure. Don't know where this goes down into the thing. There it goes. So just another day here. Another day. If I do some sanding, I might show you for another video. Anyhow, thanks for coming along. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button. I do plan on cutting the big chunk up tomorrow, I hope, if the weather's permitting. And there's all the wood you want here. All the wood you want, but I don't know if that's any good wood. Anyhow, we'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for stopping by. Well, this is going to be the last one, I think. This stuff is pretty good. I think you can see it in a moisture meter. I'm trying to get it in the center. 18. Did I do that one? I don't know. 19.5. That's kind of at the end. That one's high. 32. I can't get into that. Can't get into that one. I thought I could get into it. There's one. 13. So I'm all right with that. This one here's a little high. This one here should be all right. Can't see it. 21, 22. What you think is good, it ain't good. 17. So these will become boiler wood. And if I'll tell you what, if they get up off the ground out like this, they'll really drop down a lot in just a couple days. And it's going to be probably 4 or 5 days before I get into this. I want to show you something I did. I forgot to show you. I'm working on a hill. We got a chain on both sides. Don't want to have that catastrophe I had earlier. I did check the moisture in those down there, and it's just too high. All those down there are just a little bit too high. So I'll come down with another basket, but I'm gonna go over there and check that. I think that stuff's all right. So that's what's going on. This is where we're at so far. And this is John. Wore Out John, over and out. Bye-bye.